we're going to go to the experiential part of the Angel of Sadness.
Yep. And I just dropped the link in the chat for this particular exercise, which is all about truth. We've been looking at truth. And the exercise is one many of you may be familiar with, but it's a quote, which for me, I've always been very interested about the way Jesus responded to the challenges of his life. I love this quote here on this page. It says, "So Jesus said to the Jews who had believed in him, 'If you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.'" This is from John chapter 8, verses 31. I love it.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's awesome. So go ahead, Maha. Rhonda.
So pick a target. So who would like to do this exercise? Who wants to be in the hot seat? Susie, would you be volunteering?
I'm respectfully gonna pass.
Okay. That was honest. That's great.
There is a very specific one, and it's just very emotionally charged for me right now.
I understand.
Think better in a personal container than.
Okay, do the work on your own with that.
Thank you.
So, Emily?
Yeah, I'm happy to. But...
Wonderful.
Okay.
So first you pick a target.
Okay, like someone I judge?
Yes, could be your mother, your father, your bank account, the website you just built, whatever. Pick a target.
Yeah,
Client.
I'll choose my mother.
Okay. And then you're going to give yourself the permission to be as petty as possible in judging your mother. Okay?
Okay.
And you're going to fill in the blank. I'm saddened by my mother because she, what is it that she did or didn't do?
She didn't like love me for who I am, and instead like what I do, like the accomplishments I made.
Got it. So she only loved me for my accomplishments and not for me.
Yeah.
Okay. That must be painful.
Yeah, and I feel the same way about myself now. I only love myself for what I do, not just being me.
Yeah.
Like I must.
So you just did step 4. And it's interesting how it ties back with the page before, where the male brain is supposed to provide and accomplish, and the female body is supposed to make children. You know, it ties back to that to some degree.
Yeah.
So I take back my projection by saying I am saddened by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, and say it aloud, what you were reproaching your mother did.
Yeah, I'm saddened that I only love me for my achievements or what I have rather than just being me.
Rather, lovely. I only love me for my accomplishment or my possessions rather than just loving me, for just the sake of love.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to realize that this is what saddens you, that you only love yourself for what you accomplish?
It feels freeing in that I realize that the only person who can fix that is me.
Yes,
Like,
that's exactly. Speaking of control, you're in charge. As long as you thought it was your mother, there's nothing you could do about it.
right, right. I just somehow I can't stop trying to find my mother somewhere in the world in an item or a person or whatever that will free me, like in that
Right,
way.
right. So the belief is I should be able to stop projecting my mother on everything.
Yeah.
Okay, is that true?
No.
Okay, there you go. So the truth is I should be projecting myself out there and
Yeah.
my mother out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can even go to, I'm looking forward to continuing to project my mother and to look for love out there. And
Yeah.
why would you do something as absurd as that?
Um, I guess that's God's will. I don't know.
Well,
That's what's happening.
when you project your mother onto other people
Mm-hmm.
and look for a resolution out there, what's the consequence? How do you feel?
Oh, I never find it.
Exactly. So it's rather despairing, it's rather saddening, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So a moment ago, you spoke of choosing peace.
Mm-hmm.
That implies that you would stop projecting yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, your mother, stop looking for the solution out there.
Yeah.
That would be addressing the root of the sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
But if you don't have that sadness, how can you know that you can choose peace?
Um, I would just have peace.
Right. But to have peace, don't you have to have something else that is no peace?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. If not, there's no choice, right?
Right. And so we want to be choiceless awareness though, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. So it goes back to accepting the truth. Now I'm sad. And I'm doing that to me by only loving me for my accomplishments.
Hmm.
And I can choose peace instead of this. But the truth is, I need to accept this now to realize that I have a choice and that I can be freer.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing, Maha, and what you're commenting on connects to the last sentence on the prior page, which is the pain is to alert me, not to make me sad. It's here to alert me that I guess, our work to do. So it's an angel disguised as sadness.
Okay.
Exactly. Very well put together. Thank you.
Mhm.
And this process, by the way, is what is known as the work of Byron Katie. Those 4 questions leading back into truth. Okay.
Hmm.
So take your most resisted target, do that process, and Michael, shall we come to conclusion now?
Yes, I think this is a good place. We're a few minutes from the bottom of the hour. And, reminder that if you have difficulties coming to peace with any of these kinds of persnickety and persistent ego patterns know that this Thursday we have our exercise call, and we'd be willing to go over anything that we've covered thus far and or use other elements to bring clarity to the understandings of this teaching. So as we come to conclusion, curious what you received today. What my sense is of it is a core of blocking and tackling and instigating a inquiry that's bigger than the pattern of pain. And that's really what we're beginning to invite, is a responsibility to decide that we can handle it and we can be congruent with reality on reality's terms, and that by taking the effort and the responsibility to inquire, I can begin to loosen the grip of these patterns by understanding them. But I gotta say, I want to understand them. If I don't, then guess what? The unconscious takes over and ultimately will bring us to our knees. At least that's been my experience. So I'm here today with my keyword is, what is it? When you go to the gym and work out, no matter how many times I do it, the workouts always feel better at the end. Even though the workouts are painful, I always feel better. And so I feel renewed and energized. So Amanda, what did you receive today? What are you taking with you?
They're called reps. And it is like the principle that like when you're working out, you feel weak because you're getting stronger. And when you learn something new, you feel stupid while you're getting smarter. So it's building up a healthy sense of eustress, or like stretching out of your comfort zone in a way that is like healthy and like stretches the limits without going too far too fast.
Beautiful.
And like building up a vocabulary around it.
Great
Lovely.
summary. Thank you, Amanda.
Mm.
Susie, what touched you today?
Well, let's just continue the the metaphor here. Intentionally something down to build something better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, to actually
stop the
invite
builder over
that,
here.
to invite it. That's the that's the courageous prayer. Bring it on. Lovely. Emily, what sunk in today?
Surprisingly easily accepting difficult things.
Yeah, I get it. Janet, if you're able.
Yeah, I just feel like I really resonated with everyone's experience and story, and just that we all are one, even though we're not necessarily going through the same thing. We're just all working on the same, which is detaching from our wants and accepting our wholeness in our, I guess, accepting the wholeness of how fragile or how sensitive or, you know, anything that we are, and accepting that makes me feel more whole.
Thank you, Janet, and thank you for being with us on the road. It was great to have your voice with us today.
Yes.
And Anna, how was your experience today? What resonated? If you're able. And maybe you are not. If you do, feel free to interrupt me. Maha, did you have a keyword, and what touched you today?
I'm touched by a deeper understanding of the Hebrew word shalom, because, and I had not connected the dots really before the angel of sadness and the collective receiving of it, that shalom means peace. Well, fine. But it also means wholeness. And so what touches me is, as soon as I lose peace, I'm in scarcity. I can't have what I want. And so that listening made me freer. And I think everyone for your participation. And indeed, Janet, it is a community work. We're doing the work. So thank you for showing up today to the work.
Lovely. All right. Well, keep an eye on your inbox for an invitation for the Thursday sessions, and have a beautiful rest of your Sunday afternoon and a good week.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think Anna somehow still here. So let me just call you back on
Should
Skype.
we just...
Skype.
Yes.
I'll call you on Skype.
Hold on. Let me stop the recording.